To keep your marriage brimming with love in a loving cup. Whenever you're wrong, admit it. Whenever you're right, shut up. Think that I shall never see a billboard lovely as a tree. Perhaps, unless the billboards fall, I'll never see a tree at all. The cow is of the bovine ilk, one end is moo, the other milk. People who work sitting down get paid more than people who work standing up. Marriage is the alliance of two people, one of whom never remembers birthdays and the other who never forgets them. Too clever is dumb. Some debts are fun when you are acquiring them, but none are fun when you set about retiring them. Life is not having been told that the man has just waxed the floor. There is only one way to achieve happiness on this terrestrial ball, and that is to have either a clear conscience or none at all. There are people who are very resourceful at being remorseful, and who apparently feel that the best way to make friends is to do something terrible and then make amends. The most exciting happiness is the happiness generated by forces beyond your control. People who have what they want are fond of telling people who haven't what they want that they really don't want it. Children aren't happy with nothing to ignore, and that's what parents were created for. Do you think my mind is maturing late, or simply rotted early? Certainly there are things in life that money can't buy, but it's very funny, did you ever try buying them without money? Professional men, they have no cares, whatever happens, they get theirs. The trouble with a kitten is that eventually it becomes a cat. Progress might have been alright once, but it has gone on too long. Happiness is having a scratch for every itch. A family is a unit composed not only of children but of men, women, an occasional animal, and the common cold. Parents were invented to make children happy by giving them something to ignore. If you don't want to work, you have to work to earn enough money so that you won't have to work. I would live all my life in nonchalance and insouciance, were it not for making a living, which is rather a nuisance. One man's remorse is another man's reminiscence. Middle age is when you're sitting at home on a Saturday night and the telephone rings and you hope it isn't for you. The only people who should really sin are the people who can sin and grin. Middle age is when you've met so many people that every new person you meet reminds you of someone else. Oh, what a tangled web do parents weave when they think that their children are naive. I do not like to get the news, because there has never been an era when so many things were going so right for so many of the wrong persons. No, you never get any fun out of the things you haven't done. Commitments the voters don't know about can't hurt you. The bed is a bundle of paradoxes, we go to it with reluctance, yet we quit it with regret. We make up our minds every night to leave it early, but we make up our bodies every morning to keep it late. I think remorse ought to stop biting the consciences that feed it. Remorse is a violent dyspepsia of the mind. Women would rather be right than reasonable. Every Englishman is convinced of one thing, viz., that to be an Englishman is to belong to the most exclusive club there is. Every new year is the direct descendant, isn't it, of a long line of proven criminals? I claim there ain't another saint as great as Valentine.